Alright, alright, alright. Let's go into game number 2, guys, of this week's iCast Your Freaking Awesome Replays Challenge. Of course, the challenge was zoning laws. You are not allowed to take any adjacent expansions, which means you can't take your natural. You have to go straight to your 3rd or 4th or onwards. And, you know, there has to be basically one base between each of your bases. So, it's been an interesting game so far in game number 1. Here in game number 2, we are going to have in the top left, representing Taste the Bacon, it is Uma Morky. And down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, it is Floppy. 3.5-inch Floppy. Harking back to the old days when you could squeeze video games into a 3 megabyte shit disk. So there's going to be a spawning pool first for Morky, and Morky sending a cheeky drone right across the map. Of course, if you guys want to get your replays cast next week, send in your games playing out next week's challenge, which is, of course, mini mono battles. You have to play mono battles, but you can change units between every single wave. So each wave you attack with, you're only allowed to use one type of units, and you need to make sure you, well, I guess you don't have to swap between each wave, but you can swap whenever you feel like it. So, a good way to do things. La la la, la la ho ho ho, ho 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 ho. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Alpha was saying he has 13 hotkey, no need to count. I mean, you don't know that people only have one unit on that hotkey. So, haha, you got wrecked. You got wrecked. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You could be, maybe you're not talking about the BCs. Maybe you're talking about the starports. I don't know, man. Anyway. That SCV just scouted this. Floppy here. What the hell? Floppy was like super suspicious. Whoa. Whoa. Floppy's been proxied before. So Floppy scouts a proxy hatch. We've already got a roach warren on the way. Oh, double gas on one base. Okay, this is going to be a quick one. Morky here is about to bust out the bullshit Ravager train, and he's just going to try and kill Floppy as quickly as possible. So immediately we're going to see a queen and a bunch of roaches start to pop out here. Go, 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 roach, roach, roach. There we go. It's going to be non-stop Ravagers sieging this front door. Of course, the Overlord probably going to come over and be used to spot the high ground a little bit. Floppy here, not really, you know, not really expanding, though. It's just on one base. Hasn't made an orbital. So that is one thing working in Morky's advantage. You know, no orbital means no mules, which means Floppy's economy, not that great. And there are still some drones being built behind this as well. So, looks like Morky... Oh, God, even building a spot. Okay, so Morky's looking more for a contain than anything else. And oh! Oh! Okay. Shit, yes! This is something we haven't had in a while, guys. I always encourage people to hit up other people, whether from the clan, the Pig Discord, or just in Twitch chat, and actually play the challenge against each other. And it looks like both Floppy and Morky are playing the challenge right now. Floppy actually stealing Morky's gold base, and Morky stealing the 3rd base of Floppy. So, oh, I mean, what the hell, man? I don't even know who this favors right now. I mean, if Morky can break the front, that's great, but there's so many Marines out. There's already a factory here with the tech lab, so as soon as there's a little bit more gas, Floppy's going to start a siege tank, and that should shut down the assault. And it looks like Morky, not really determined to start pushing just yet, is just kind of steadily containing and just building more queens and more roaches at this point. The Overlord is spotting the front door, so he will be able to begin that siege. The siege tank, on the other hand, still has not started. No orbital here for Floppy, actually making this defense incredibly hard. Just unupgraded Marines, and with I guess there is a reactor at the back now as well, so can build quite a few Marines at a time. The Overlord's in the open! No, you can't lose that Overlord. That's your high ground spotter. Oh, Floppy shuts down that Overlord. And now the Ravager push is so much weaker. Morky has no way to spot that high ground. Unless all the Marines just decide to walk to their death. What the hell? Oh my god. Floppy. Oh god. Yeah. Jesus Christ. That was fucking brutal. Still hasn't started the siege tank. He's building a lib. Oh, finally starts a siege tank and a liberator in full panic mode right now. Only now, I guess, fully grasping the direness of the situation. Those Marines going out was terrible. Morky gonna start sieging the front. Shit's about to get very, very weird very quickly. Thank you very much for the sub, Olympic Adam. Much love, mate. Appreciate the support. Going to come in here, start to snipe down these units. A siege tank will be popping out soon. SCV is going to have to be pulled to the front. 6 Marines on the left flank. Those Ravagers need to get out of there. Oh, the SCV is trying to surround them, trying to body block, but the Ravagers do manage to escape. Good tactical retreat there. Still no orbitals for Floppy. Floppy's having a really hard time right now, but that gold base is up and mining. And this contain, I mean, it's not really threatening deadly damage just yet. We've got a siege tank coming in now, as well as a Liberator. And the combination of those two is going to be very hard for Morky to break. Morky, I mean, if he moves the Overlord forward, he could run up and try to bile down this tank and Lib, but it's a little bit dangerous. Pretty technical maneuver. Looks like Morky might go for it, though. Oh, yep. Yep, he's moving it. Overlord's there. It's spotted. Is he going to come forward for it? Behind this, he is droning, but still no extra base and isn't really mining from this expansion. Is Morky going to go for the siege tank? If he gets that tank down, he could break the Lib and continue pushing here, but it looks like he's just happy to contain for now. A couple more Ravagers are morphing back in the main base at the same time. A lair has started, and Morky's gone and taken this base down here, but hasn't actually spotted the gold. Armory on the way, as well as an engineering bay. Floppy here still with no orbitals. I think he's just waiting for planetaries? I have no idea. Siege tank is going to edge forward here. The Ravager's going to have... I love you, Morky. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna... He's gonna come in with the bile. Pinpoint accuracy. Morky got a little bit excited there. A little bit excited. Oh, Ravager goes forward, gets a transfuse. Queen gets blasted down. I love watching people miss bile shots. It's one of the funniest things. Oh, Ravager's going to come forward. Oh, they do get a nice couple of biles there, but once again, they split their shots. They didn't fire them all in the same spot, so they damage the Liberator in the tank, but they don't actually kill either of them. And this Ravager now barely surviving on 10 hit points. Morky not quite able to find that massive damage he was looking for. That being said, Floppy mining the shit out of this gold base, getting a lot of money up. He's got a healthy worker count at 33. I feel like Floppy's almost ahead at this point. The only thing Floppy's missing, though, is any tech lab on a barracks. Like, there's a good amount of Marines, tanks coming out. There's even Vikings on the way now to help clear back these Overlords. But with no actual stim, no orbitals, it's still a little bit of a rough situation. Morky here with the drone transfer is going to see this command center. Of course, Floppy as well will see those drones running past. Oh, it's going to be drone on SCV. Battle hit. No. He changes his mind. He says, actually, that's more SCVs than I have drones. Let's just piss off for now. Hydra Den is on the way back home. Looks like Morky is going to be going Roach Hydra here. And that's always going to be quite nice. We got a bit of creep out front of the base. Morky, of course, still really only on one base mining. This is the first bit of mining outside the main that he's actually managed to grab a hold of. And we've got Planetary Fortress going up on that gold base. Oh, a couple of Ravagers are already there, though. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage to this mineral line in the meantime. And, uh-oh. Those SCVs starting to fall. Another 20 seconds before the Planetary Fortress finishes. This game is absolute friggin' chaos right now. Looks like Floppy wants to move down and take the area outside his natural. Ooh, Bile's going to try and land on everything. The siege tank does go down. There's still a siege tank, of course, on the high ground, as well as the Liberators here in the back of the spine, and the Ravagers doing really well against these unupgraded Marines. That Viking almost takes a hit as well. Back here, the Ravagers just eliminated that entire mineral line. 13 kills between them. The Planetary finally finishes and fucking blasts those Ravagers to pieces. Empty, dead corpse just left there lying on the ground. Disintegrates very quickly on this planet. Just turns into ashes. Floats off. 6 more Zerglings on the way. We've got Roaches and Hydras coming out. Floppy really struggling to get out of this base right now. That tech lab finally is down. Has +1 bio weapons. +1 armor on the way, but Stim still not even started. These Zerglings, if they try to take on a Planetary, spoiler alert, they're going to get friggin' destroyed. Here we go. Floppy going for this expansion. And Morky's already queued up an expansion on the exact same spot. So both players fighting for these corner bases right now. Really taking the idea of not taking adjacent expansions to the absolute extreme here. And I like it. I like it. Siege tank's going to move forward on this one. Oh, they're in. Oh, no. Oh, no. 3 siege tanks go down in return for just about nothing. Floppy going to come forward, get a single Ravager. Omamorki, forgetting how to A-move there, is actually going to lose about 3 or 4 Ravages to these Marines. That was a little bit unnecessary. Vikings going to land and sacrifice themselves as well. Floppy, no! No! Loses everything at the front. Up in the top right, Morky spotted this command center. Get nibbling! Get nibbling, you little shit! The drone just sitting there watching, trying to understand the secrets of Terran construction. Doesn't quite get it. Yeah, he's just going to watch. He's going to watch it. Finishes. Floppy can make a planetary now. Now he starts nibbling. Yep, typical drone. Just having a smoke break. And waits for the hive mind to actually tell him to do every single little thing. Another siege tank goes down. Floppy. Oh, shit, man. Floppy's in big trouble. Still hasn't started stim. Actually picks up his only last line of defense and says, fuck this. I'm just getting killed. Let's just go drop him. Not a bad decision. Meanwhile here, these Zerglings just kind of chilling, realizing they can't take down the planetary. Roaches and Hydras and Ravages are being made in kind of small numbers. But as they get to a bigger army, they'll be good. Hydra's up here. Oh, they've missed the command center. Oh my god. If he goes up there and then he doesn't turn around quickly, this is going to make a planetary. And it might actually finish in time. These Hydras are just mega confused. They're like, where the hell did that command center go? And he's actually just going to make a planetary. These Hydras are queued to check all the way up there before they check this. He needs to start a planetary right now. The drop comes into the main base. Oh, one Hydra goes down. Another Hydra falls. And there's still going to be... Oh, nice transfuse. A second transfuse. Looks like there's only going to be 1 or 2 Marines left standing at the end of this fight. And actually, that medevac's even going to go down. So, very nice play from Morky there. The Queen... maybe won't defeat both Marines, but it's going to get them pretty low. They're not much of a threat at this point. A Ravager down here starting to try to siege this base. Hydras do find the expansion. And well done here by Morky. Floppy's in trouble. He's got a ton of Marines, still doesn't have stim. Combat Shields is finally about to finish. This Ravager down here, not really doing anything, just kind of perving. Those 2 Marines actually got in the main and kept doing a little bit of damage there. Looks like they killed all the drones on that gas geyser. Not bad. Hydra's going to take down this command center. We've got a Spire that just finished up. Uh-oh. That's where shit gets really confusing. This Ravager, he's going to run in there. Maybe do a little bit of hold position behind the mineral line. Oh, the SCVs all going to try and run on out of there. Oh, that planetary goes down, that command center, I mean. But we've got a double Marine drop here, plus a bunch of SCVs. Floppy just going to go right for the tech. Morky is spread so far around this map, and if he just panics and F2s and brings his units back, a lot of them are going to walk through the planetary fortress. The double drop going to go right into that main base. There's Corruptors on the way, but Corruptors aren't the unit you need right now, Morky. You just need more Roaches and Ravages. These 3 Ravages are going to need godlike micro to take down 16 Combat Shield Marines. Yeah, the Biles whiff. They don't manage to hit anything just yet, and uh-oh. These Marines focusing down that lair. Queen does pop, but she goes down very quickly. The Biles, once again, not hitting anything. And it looks like these Marines can do a very good job. The medevacs will fall to those Corruptors. But is that going to be enough? The lair's going to go down. The Marine's doing a pretty sick job right here. I guess the problem for Floppy is he's not really mining anywhere else right now. More drones on the way for Morky right now. Morky is going to need to start rebuilding that tech. The lair's down. If he doesn't rebuild the Hydra Den and that sort of stuff, he's going to be in serious trouble. Marine's just going to take out all of the tech here. These Hydras and Ravagers still down there. These SCVs realizing they can probably go back to mining. 4 Lurkers morphing there. Lurker's going to be fantastic because there is no detection out right now. Just a couple of scans. Marines and tanks going to come out the front door. Floppy just going to push on out. Still no stim, but the Marines and the tanks going to tear apart those 4 Ravagers. Too much multitasking right now. Morky losing his tech, is panicking a little bit, is rebuilding a Roach Warren in the bottom left. A couple of Lurkers have managed to finish here. There we go. Okay, Lurkers are going to come forward and start to work on this planetary fortress. But at the same time, Morky going to lose that expansion there. These Corruptors just flying to their death right now, not really achieving anything. And, man, Morky got the pressure on. How the fuck is he going to stabilize? What the hell? This game is messy as shit. He's still got this whole bottom left base mining, which is important, and a Roach Warren. And a little bit of mining on the top right. Meanwhile, almost all the mineral mining is gone for Floppy. As Floppy loses the gold base, that's it. The gold base is about to go down. The Lurkers kill it. These SCVs are screwed. This is it. Floppy has 1 army up here in the top right. He's going to need to start clearing out pretty much every single base. He's got a drop as well, actually. Drop comes in here, finds the main-arding drones, takes all of those out. These 3 Ravagers go down as well. Wow, Floppy actually is going to start a command center over here as well. Very well done. Oh, there's Lurkers. Lurkers have finished, though. Oh, the Marines and tanks just walk into that Lurker fire. And I don't think he's got enough to clear up these Lurkers. That's going to be Floppy's army. He gets trashed right there. Lurker's just too good in this situation. And it looks like Floppy here with just a handful of Marines. Actually, another Marine tank force still moving out. I guess that single mineral patch is going a little bit further than I thought it would. This hatchery does get focused down. Broodling's actually going to take out a couple of Marines, funnily enough. And more drones are on the way from Morky right now. Morky probably... I guess if Floppy gets that expo up, this game could go on. It could actually continue. Let's put this on Floppy's camera right now. Let's watch from his point of view. Wall 480 or whatever. Thank you very much, mate, for the 4-month resub. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. According to Oma Morky, by the way, guys, he said in chat, or at least on ladder, that apparently this is actually a ladder game. Apparently this Floppy guy wasn't even someone he arranged to play the challenge against, but I'm pretty sure Floppy's playing the challenge, guys. I don't think this was a response. I think both of them just happened to play. happened to be playing the challenge against each other on ladder. Morky coming. He finds the base with his non-A-moved Zerglings. Oh shit, Roaches, Hydras, and Lurkers actually abandoned the base in the top right. The Marines and tanks, they just walked right past it. Oh, what are you doing, Morky? Yeah, kill the command center, mate. Kill the command center. He's going to find a few Marines out here in the open. Check this out. The base has been lifted down. Floppy's actually keeping some decent mining up right now. Floppy doing bloody well at this point. He's got this base up over here, and Morky's just kind of panicking. He's got units all over the map and so many different areas, and most of which aren't hotkeyed. He's freaking out trying to control all of this stuff. He's still got Lurkers in the bottom left. But this base up here in the top right, a single Spine and a Queen is not going to defend it from that many Marines. Over on the left-hand side, Lurker does burrow. A couple of Hydras coming in as well. That base will be forfeit. A Corruptor finds this base. I'd love to see a little bit of piss on that base. A little bit of BM. Come on, Morky. You know you can do it. Here we go. A couple of Roaches do pop out. They just get killed. They do almost nothing here. Good evacuation on the drones, though. Morky will save those. Bring those over to the left-hand side of the map. Does take down that command center as well. We've got a few slow Zerglings coming in. The ones that have been staring at the gold base the entire game. And they're going to come in and catch this base. There we go. Oh, one man who drank 16 beers and now has a dream of his fucking acidic waste products burning down the opponent's only last command center. Look at that throbbing there on his back. Look how much piss he has stored up in that bladder. But no, he gives up. He had a dream. He gave up on his dream. He let his dreams just be memes. And so the Corruptor flies away, only essentially tickling that command center. Hope he comes back and maybe he's just going to go drink a few more beers and come back a bit later. We're going to have to wait and see. For now, Lurkers, Roaches, Hydras there. We've got a ton of Ravagers here and a few more Lurkers. Morky, I think, has the tools he needs to finish this game out. If he can just stop this army and then do a bit of a counter-attack. I mean, Floppy's not building a lot of units right now. It's just 4 Marines and a siege tank at a time. The Ravagers up here, the Lurkers. He's going to come forward. Morky looking for the engage on this army. The Lurker, one Lurker does morph. The Ravagers with their superior range doing fantastic damage right there. Both players being very careful. If anyone's army gets obliterated, it probably will be game over from that point. Tanks and Marines chilling. Ravagers and Lurkers coming forward. They're going to catch the Marines in the open. Oh, is the Biles going to land? Oh my god, Biles are everywhere. Lurkers starting to burrow. A couple of those Marines and the siege tank do fall. The Lurker splash starts to come down and... oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Those Marines just falling. Once again, Morky with no A move there. He's just running away. He's like, just walk through that Lurker splash, motherfucker. Kills everything. Leaves a field of bloody Marines all over the place. And that's going to be it. Finally, it looks like Morky has closed this game out. Single siege tank actually does take out one of the only 2 Lurkers with this force. Lurkers being the most important part here. Uh-oh. This Lurker looks like it might go down as well. Oh, he does get the burrow down. But no, the Lurker goes down. Morky loses that entire force. What have we got behind this? We've got more Roaches on the way. We've got a ton of money in the bank. But another base going down up here for Floppy as well. What the fuck am I watching, man? If Morky can get this army together, he should be able to finish this off. That's for sure. That is faux show. We've still got the creep spread in the natural from Morky's early expansion as well. Floppy going to go across to just a couple Marines and tanks, try to do something. Of course, Morky can't make more Lurkers right now. It's just these 2. So they are the magic important unit right now. They are the most important thing. 12 minutes in, 30 versus 28 workers. Yeah, 19 minutes in, 21 versus 33 workers. This is a macro game if I've ever seen one, guys. Oh, Floppy's gonna find the hatch. He's gonna click on the hatch. Isn't gonna go for the workers. Those workers look like they probably will be able to get out of there. And oh, is he gonna be able to get the hatch down in time? I don't know. The Queen actually takes down 2 Marines before she dies. Lurker's coming in from the back. And, oh man, I mean, if there's anyone you don't want finding their way in your back door, it's a Lurker, that's for sure. So those Lurkers just tore everything up from behind. And it looks like Floppy, just a couple Marines out. Definitely not looking too turgid at this point in the game. Looking a little bit floppy. A little bit all over the place. Morky's got his nice little Roach Hydra Lurker army coming forward. Even though Floppy's got up another base, he's getting a few more units out. He doesn't really have a big core of the units together. And unless you get some magic siege tank splash here, I think this army for Morky should be able to close the game out. Let's see. Missile turret going up at the front. We've got a siege tank here. A couple of Marines as well. The Marines will come forward to buff for that siege tank. Siege tank is getting a few very nice shots. Triple bile. No, only 2 biles landing on the siege tank. The siege tank actually dishing out a ton of hurt. But the Lurkers both survive. One with 14 kills, one with 12. They're going to get on top of this base. And they're going to do some very nice work. Needs to drop a scan and then maybe lift off. Ooh, the splash from hitting the Roach actually kills the Lurker there. Floppy's base, though, is under heavy assault. Only 1 Hydra here that can shoot air, though. And this siege tank on the high ground, up to 4 kills already. Very nicely done. More Roaches and Hydras coming from the left-hand side, though. They do find the transfer of SCVs. Having forced this base to evacuate, Floppy down to just 1 last mining base. The Lurker was there and he just like got shifted and headbutted the wall when that siege tank killed it. I love physics. And we're going to fast forward a little bit, guys, because, okay, thought that might go for another 10 minutes. Floppy loses his last base. Morky comes in, finds the SCVs. Floppy says, I almost had you. Indeed, this was an incredibly close game. GG, super tight indeed, says Omamorky. What a couple of admirable gentlemen just kind of sharing a salute to each other at the end of the game. Gentlemen, gentle ladies, gentle StarCraft players, how tender. It was a challenge, says Omamorky. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Takes out those last buildings. Floppy GG'd and then continues to fight, which is kind of rude, but you know, to each his own. Well, thank you for the advertising, Morky. I feel like Floppy was playing the same challenge, or he's just a very strange player who always expands to the corners of the map anyway because he's a crazy person. Either way, GG, well played. Thanks for the submission, Omamorky. Let's go into the last game for today, and let's see how we go with it. Boydie says, have you watched the last day of the Super Tournament yet? No, mate. No, not at all. Dude, I was like, I didn't read any email or any messages over the whole weekend while I was at my brother's wedding. So I was like, fucking sitting there just reading email and organizing things.